Hi, folks. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Welcome to this Monday night here in very sodden, soggy Cornwall. I don't know what it's like in your part of the world, but already right out of the gate, Kelly McLaughlin. Welcome, my darling. How are you? What's up? Puffin's in the house as well. Good evening. Welcome to the show, guys. Lovely to see you. And thank you very much for being here for the next 90 minutes. You got me all to yourself. Lynn Fern is here. Kelly McLaughlin says, sunny is not sunny here in Cornwall. It is wet, wet, wet. That's the name of a band, I know, but please, I'm doing my best because it's wet and rainy here. Anyway, so here we are, Monday night. So that means it's Rachel Cross. That means it's all about Q&A. It's all about delivering information, delivering needs to questions, maybe that need that you have to ask might bring some sort of love and settlement to somebody else. So never ever hold back. Just ask the question and I will gladly answer. 52 degrees outside. I don't know what that is in centigrade, but it's about 12 degrees centigrade here. Angela Barrison, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Now, listen, guys, I really need you because I'm on a major push now to try and share the show, try and get it out there, try and get the numbers up. So I'm going to need your help. It's quite simple. I might as well, my mom always taught me, if you never ask, you'll never get. And I need to punch up the numbers. So share the show. Get a minimum of 3 people to come and join us. Come on, off you go. Get them to join, get them to subscribe, get them in here. Go on, make it happen. Mary Erickson, hi, Paul and everybody. Happy spring to all. Yes, it is the equinox today. That's probably why there's a weirdness in the air. It's warm for us, says Kelly. Well, as long as it's warm, that's more important. Julia Evans says, good evening. Good evening, Julia. Welcome to the show. Eva has joined us as well. Hi, Paul. Sorry I cannot see the show. I'm celebrating my birthday today. Well, happy birthday to you, Eva. You're here. The very fact that you've taken the time out to say hi, that's good enough for me. And a very, very, very happy birthday to you. Of course, we're coming to you on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, UPRN, that's United Public Radio Network, coming to you live from the very beautiful New Orleans. Okay, so we're coming out live, and don't forget, there are many, many shows before and after. Stick around, watch out who's coming out. You may see Michelle, you may see Amelia, and their fantastic show, Outer Realms. Make sure you watch out for that as well. So, like I say, for the next 90 minutes, I'm all yours. Alison Lousy says, hi, Paul. How are you today? Alison, I'm good. And thank you for asking. I hope the same with you. Vanessa Bose. Vanessa, hi. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. It's great to see so many people right out of the bat. So we got Eva and Alison who are both coming through on Facebook. I'd love for you guys to come through on YouTube because I'm trying to build up the audience on there. Get onto YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. It's really important, but it's even more important, y'all, to make sure you punch that like button. Hit that like button. All righty, do that for me. Make it loud and proud. So, like I say, this show is all about understanding, spirit, understanding connections, and working along the lines of getting reads in, getting messages that come across. Now, even though I may be doing a read or a message for a particular person, that doesn't mean that you're not getting the same message. You are getting the same message. The message comes through from spirit to the living. Okay. I don't like to actually use that because spirit aren't dead. So it's living to living, just spirit to us. So if I'm bringing through a message, say for Alison, it means the messages is coming through to you all. Okay, everybody. Kelly keeps seeing the number. Let me bring that up on the screen so I can see it better because my eyes are getting old. I keep seeing the number 613. Any idea? Well, it's really down to you, Cal. For me, I would break that down to a spiritual number, okay, which would make that 10 to the power of 1. Okay, so when you're doing numerology, you add those 3 numbers together, which gives you 10, and then you remove the outer number 0, which brings it to 1. Okay. But 613 would more than likely be trying to get your attention for a particular number for a, say, in a page in a book, say, a number on a building, that kind of thing. But somebody's clearly trying to get getting your attention if they keep saying that number over and over and over again. Delancia Niado. Hi, Delancia. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. So please share the show. Please get it out into your Facebook pages, to all your friends and family, of course. But more importantly, or not more importantly, equally importantly, get it out there to your groups. Okay, get it into the groups and invite all your groups and your friends to come along. And don't forget, get 3 people to subscribe tonight. Go on, get it out there. Get it out there. You could win a prize tonight. You never know. Get it out there. So tonight, as you know, Reach Across Live with me, Paul Francis. The best way to get a read is to literally just ask a question, because you build up energy. Okay. And that energy is how our friends and family basically liaise. That's how they use that energy to connect, as we would use energy to make telephone calls. So, all right. And what it happens, people say, how does it work with you? Well, basically, I have to raise my energy. I through meditation and prayer, I raise my energy, and they lower theirs. And when you get them coming down and me coming up, boom, like that, boom, in there is where the crossover comes in, and it's kind of like a download for me. So when you're getting, say, an up, your software update, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a software update, and as you know, software updates don't just always they're not always one easy block. Sometimes they're different blocks depending on the size. It is really whether or not I get the information how they're intending. So I will have to deliver the information as it comes to me, but then work with that information to make sure you get the right message. And sometimes you guys go, "Oh yeah, I get that," and then they'll tell me, "No, you didn't." So I will really listen to them. Delancia says, I'm going to answer this question because I get this a lot. Okay. I would love a career reading. It's just so tense that if I will make it, make the break in my career. Now, okay. I have a major issue with people who do, they say, "Oh, I'll give you a reading about your love life. Oh, I'll give you a reading about your future and your career. I'll give you," that's all bollocks. Okay. Delancia, if you really want your life to be successful in a particular area, it will be, okay? Because you'll focus all of your energies to make that happen, okay? I can give you 1,000 cards to say, "Oh, yeah, it's going to happen, it's going to happen." But if you don't believe it in your own heart and your own mind, it's not going to happen. It's as simple as that, okay? If you want it to happen and you focus your energies and your mind and you do not deviate from your goals, it will work. Okay. Your career will go the way you want it to be to go. It won't go the way you want it to go if you're not giving it 100%. And it doesn't matter how many cards I give you. If you're not giving it 100%, it isn't going to go down there. And you can't lay back on the laurels and say, "Oh, well, the spirit said." No, they didn't. The spirit said, if you really want it to, it'll happen. If you don't want it to, it won't. It is really that simple. It's called the law of attraction. It is simply the law of attraction. Okay. Just want to say hi to a couple of more people before I finish off with Delancia. Florence, hi, hope you're doing well. I'm going to a wedding. Florence, you off to a wedding? I'm going to be going to a wedding shortly myself. My beautiful daughters. And enjoy. Weddings are fantastic. There's a great place of plenty of energy and love and strength and hope. Which brings me back on Delancia. Honestly, Delancia, clear your mind of clutter. Clear your mind of negative thoughts. Clear your mind of anything that will not support your progress. Okay? Because we have a habit of looking for reasons why things won't happen. Yeah, that's it. If you're basically setting up your own roadblocks, okay, so clear it out of your mind as to all the reasons why things won't happen. Clear them out of your mind and focus only on things that will happen and will work, and think of your life in a post success, not a pre success. So when you get the career and the job that you want, Delancia, think of your life post that. Okay. So clear your mind of clutter, get rid of any negatives, get rid of any mind altering negativities that will hold you back, because that's what's holding you back, nothing else. Okay. You're successful, you're happy, and you're energized. And just keep telling yourself that over and over. I'm successful, I'm happy, and I'm energized. And I do not allow negativity or guilt to hold me back. I do not allow negativity or guilt to hold me back. I'm going to be successful because I deserve it. And it is that simple. And no amount of cards will change that. Okay. So no amount of readings. You basically had a reading just then. Okay. So it's up to you, my darling. Make it happen. What I used to say, and what I used to put up on my screen on my computer, and it just said, I wrote it up, and it said, if it's to be, it's up to me. So if it's to be, it's up to me. Okay. Get up there, bull by the horns, boom, make it happen. Rebecca, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Allison says, let me just bring it up on the screen. If I have empathic tendencies, everybody has empathic tendencies, by the way, Allison. So, but if I have empathic tendencies, is there a way to tap into more spiritual connections? When empathy and spiritual connections are two different things, is this something that can be done through practice and guidance? Right. I always say that the psychic ability is like a muscle. Okay, so when you go to the gym, you work out a muscle. Alrighty, you work that muscle, and you work that muscle, and it gets stronger and stronger. And psychic abilities, no less. You're working that psychic ability. You're starting to trust on what you're getting through energy, thought, feeling, and hearing, even for that matter. Now, spiritual connections are completely different. Okay, so if you think about the chakra points, so the root chakra red, and the crown chakra being white. As you come up through the chakra points, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, communication chakra. From blue down is psychic and empathic. From blue up is spiritual. Alrighty. So it's more of an understanding what it is, how you're getting it, and how to work with it. And it's really a combination of understanding how you work, because I can teach you, but you won't work like me. Okay, because I'm the only me that's on this earth. There are no other me's, so I'll only work how I work. And information that means something to me will mean something different to you. So you will work how you work. I knew I had the right teacher when my teacher said to me, I will teach you everything I know, but not everything I know will work for you. You will find your own path. And I went, that's the teacher for me. And it did. And Delancey says, thank you so much. You are so very, very welcome. Lindsay Hill. Good evening, Lindsay Hill. Lovely to see you. Don't listen to your inner critics, says Vanessa Bowes. Don't. No, your inner critic is not too bad, Vanessa. No, your inner critic can shake you up if you listen to it properly. You know, if your inner critic is the one that tells you, like, oh, stop messing about and just get it done. That's your inner critic. So that's not necessarily true what you've written there. I will, and there's an old Irish saying, I'll catch yourself on. That's an old Irish saying. And it means literally take a look at yourself. What is it that you want? Really? So what is you want? Whatever you want, go after what you want and stop messing around and going in different directions. So your inner critic will sort that out for you. So your inner critic's not necessarily, what you've written there is not necessarily correct. Gut instinct, absolutely, totally, absolutely trust your gut instinct. Lynn said, please share the show. Please do. Please share that show and get it out there. Share links to the show to all your friends, to all your family. Invite your friends and family. Get your friends and family to go onto YouTube. Get them to subscribe. Those of you who get 3 or 5 people to subscribe tonight could very well win a session with me. There you go. Simon's in the house. Simon, how you, buddy? How's it going? Lovely to see you. Pam Dight. Pam, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Simon says, thank you for your time here the other day. It was a pleasure to meet Simon. Thank you. Thanks for being here. It was great to meet you. It was great to have our little bit of business. And you know what? I haven't taken it out of the bag yet. But anyway, you're very, very welcome, Simon. And it's great to see you. And feel free to ask questions, please. Karen Boyle says, let me just bring Karen up here. Karen says, good evening, Paul. I'm a new follower and subscriber. I'm feeling my husband around me a lot these past few weeks. He could be trying to tell me something. I've been talking of selling the house next year. Right. Okay, Karen. First and foremost, thank you for being here. Thank you so very much for being here. And thank you for having the courage to bring that up. It's an amazing thing to do. It's an amazing thing to acknowledge that your husband's around you, because that will be doing him so much good. But he's not the only one that's around you. Okay, there's a male on your mom's side of the family. Okay, there's male connected to your side of the family that's around you as well. So it's either a dad or a grandfather that's around you that wants me to connect in as well. As I allow this energy to come closer, Karen, there is a strong sharpness in my chest. So this gentleman either passed with something that affected the lungs in a very severe way, or a heart-related issue. But there's a sharp stabbing in my chest going on. I don't think I passed initially with this particular illness, but there is a feeling of it's an assistance to how I cross over. Now, I don't know whether this gentleman had something that affected his mind or his memory, maybe Parkinson's or something along those lines, or Alzheimer's. But there's something to say that his mind, or he wasn't of full cloud mind. You know, his mind was very with clarity and sort of in and out. Excuse me, in and out of thought before he crosses. There's a strong M name here, like Martha, Mark, Marion. There's a strong M name. Now, when I hear names, it doesn't necessarily mean that person's crossed over. So, for my reference, it means who they are, who's with them, or please say hello to. Alrighty. Karen, they want me to talk about the 7th as being significant here. So the 7th of a month, or the 7th month of July, is significant with the birthday and anniversary connected in there. Okay, now here's the thing. It's not a problem in selling the house. It's not a problem. But I've got this feeling that they're making me feel that you'll get so far down the line, then you'll pull back, or you've already got so far down the line, then you pull back. So you're not ready to let go of the house yet. Now, that's fine as well. There's no rush and there's no time limit. You should make these decisions when you feel totally ready and totally absolute. But what you need to know is those people in spirit, your energies, your loved ones, your friends and family who are with you in spirit, they are with you no matter what. Okay? They are with you 100%. I'm getting a lady coming in. The lady's would have been known for wearing glasses, because she keeps wanting to shift her glasses like that for me doing this. This lady is tapping her wrist. So either to me that means you either have her watch, or it means it was just her time to cross. It was just my time, and they tap the wrist like that. And when they tap the wrist like that, Karen, it means to me either you must have her watch, or she's telling me it was just her time. She's not bothered about what it took to get her there. Okay. And I'm hearing what sounds like a CH name, like Chris, Crystal, Christine, Christopher. There's a CH sounding name that they want me to acknowledge. Now, the gentleman that's with in and around you wants me to acknowledge somebody here with his name, either his name or his date of birth. But there's a parallel that acknowledges somebody here in the earth plane with somebody else in spirit. So let me just come down here. I'm just going to say hi. As I'm waiting for Karen's response, I'm just going to say hi to Dawn Haddam. Hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Desiree Bridges and David Beard, welcome. Roger, hey Roger, buddy, good to see you. Natasha, lovely to see you. Carleen McPeak, welcome. Good to see you too. Let's go on our way down here. Righty. I just want to basically hear from Karen Doyle if I can. Where somebody who said good evening, Paul, and put 3 kisses afterwards. I don't know who you are because it comes up as Facebook user. Karen Boyle. Mom, Maureen. Okay, got you, darling. So, and your dad had Alzheimer's. Okay, so that's it, Karen. Keep talking to me because the more the energy flows between us, the better the information I can get through. So, dad had Alzheimer's, right? Okay, so that's his way of telling me that he's around you. And mom was Maureen, which she just could have shown me a picture of my mom because my mom was called Maureen too. How cool is that? Right. Just I wanted to get this. My your daughter's anniversary is on the 7th of July. There you go. And you got your daughter Christine. Well, hey, they are busy tonight, aren't they, girl? I bet you're going, what? My daughter Christine shares my dad's birthday. She's living. Right. Okay. Then they are so much around you, my love. And they're all the energies around me are saying it's okay. It's okay. We know. They're just saying we know it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything is as it's supposed to be. No, you're not ready to sell the house yet, but you will be ready. And when you are ready, we're behind you 100%. Don't worry about it. Alrighty. Oh wow. Okay, let's have a look at that. And just as I shuffle there, a card. I kid you not, right? Okay, I'm just going to show you. So there's the cards as I was shuffling them, and as I was shuffling them, one of the cards was turned back to front. So there's the back. That's what I see, the back of the cards. But as I was shuffling them, one of the cards was turned back to front, clearly meant for you, because all the rest of the cards are normal. Look. So I'll put that down there. So that card is clearly meant for you. Let's have a look. So, Karen, here we go. Here's the card that comes up for you, my angel. There you go. Let me just get it into. There we go. So, change in direction. Just like what I was saying, you get so far with the sale and you pull back, and that's okay. Don't be putting yourself through the mill, Karen. It's okay. Everything's how it's supposed to be. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and guidance. So well done you. You are protected now and in the future. So follow your path to a happy outcome and the outcome that you desire. I couldn't give you any better direction than that. You are very, very welcome, Karen. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being the very first out of the gate today. Right, let's have a quick peek. Colleen McPeak says, hi. Natasha says, will me and my ex get back together next year? Let me bring that up. So Natasha says, will me and my ex get back together next year? The answer, you know what? I'm going to ask you a question, Natasha, my darling. Alrighty. If I say no, what do you think? And I need you to respond really quickly. If I say no, what do you feel? Okay. So come on, Natasha, respond. While I'm waiting for Natasha to respond, I'm going to go all the way down here. So I've responded to Karen. And I'm going to bring Natasha up again. Will me and my ex get back together? I've been depressed lately. Thoughts of suicide. What's your thoughts, please? And thank you. Right. First and foremost, my darling, you are way too much of a beautiful, beautiful spirit to be considering suicide. All righty. So stop that right now. Let me tell you here and now, that is not the way to be dealing with life. Problems and situations have answers. Okay. If you're finding it difficult, then talk with someone, talk with a family member, talk with mom, dad, brother, sister, talk with a professional. Okay. But talk to someone. Don't sit alone. If I say no to you and your ex getting back together, how do you feel? Alrighty. That's a question I'm asking you straight as a die. Okay. So I'm waiting for your response before I go on any further. Colleen McPeak says, hi, I'm new to your channel. I haven't had an easy time lately. Do you see a better time ahead? Karen, Carlene, sorry, I beg your pardon, Carlene McPeak. I want you to ask me that question again when I'm finished with Natasha. So please ask me that question again. Sharon Watts says, Paul, hope you're in the family and are well. We are, Sharon, and thank you. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Fanula Erwin says, please can I have a card? Well, I'm going to be doing cards at the end of the show, Fanula, so do stick around for that. Karen says, Paul, bless your heart. I just, it's your energy and their energy, and I work with both of them, and it's down to, it's a scenario where all of us work together to get the right goal. So it's all of us, my love. And thank you for asking. Rachel Cooper, good evening, Rachel. Lovely to see you. Right, there you go. There's your answer. I don't know. Okay. And that's your answer, my darling. Okay. If you really, really wanted to get back together, the answer would be yes. Okay. So it's now time. It's time for you to free yourself of all of this negativity. Okay. It's time to give yourself a break. It's time to give yourself a new direction in life, and a life that's going to bring you happiness, love, adventure, and whatever you want. And do you know what, Natasha? It's open for you to win. It's there. It's right there. Okay. Everything you could ever want is there. You just need to go and grab it. Okay. If you want to ride the bus, you got to get on the bus, because the bus doesn't wait for you. It just goes. All righty. So you have everything. I don't know who is around you, Natasha, that has a military connection. I don't know whether military, because I'm seeing flags here, which that's my symbol for military. And someone's birthday or anniversary is in and around a government holiday. So over here in the UK, we have May Day. And if I see a flag around May Day, it means somebody's birthday or anniversary is in and around a government holiday. Now, with you, I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting a military connection, but I'm getting somebody's birthday or anniversary in and around a government holiday or a significant date. Don't be sad, because I tell you what, you have you were just kind of you were literally about to step onto a new adventure, and then you pull back. Okay, because you have allowed yourself or someone to talk you out of it. Excuse me. Sorry about this. You've allowed yourself or someone to talk you out, and that's wrong. Okay, that's somebody else's point of view. The only person's point of view that matters is yours, Natasha. Your point of view is the only point of view that matters. Alrighty, you're the only person that can make you successful. And you know what? You hold all the cards to be able to make yourself successful. You've got them all. You have talents, you have beauty, you have youth, you have energy, you have focus, and you have drive and ambition. And all of it will work for you, not against you. Situations of the past are holding you back. It's time to let them go. Alrighty? Let them go. Now, you made a huge step tonight. Number one, for coming on my show and asking me this question. That was a monster step. Well done. Well done. Okay. That was a huge step. You've stepped out of the shadows, babe, and you are now in the sunlight. The next part was I asked you a question like that, and you came back with the answer. And it wasn't yes. And it wasn't no. It was I don't know. But if you really, really wanted, you would have said yes, and you didn't. Okay. So it's time to get rid of all of the old, all of the stuff that's holding you back, all of the stuff that's held you back. And it's time to open yourself to new horizons, because you know what? Everything you want is right there waiting for you to take it up. And you have everything to be successful. Everything. Alrighty. So let's find out, Natasha, who's around you with this military connection. Alrighty. You can love somebody. You can love someone and not be with them. For an example, my daughter, who's getting married in a couple of months' time, her mother and I are not together. Okay, we're not together, but her mother's Sue, and I love Sue to bits. I love her to bits. She is a dear, dear, dear friend of mine. She was my wife, but we're no longer together. And you know what? We are far, far, far better people the way we are now than when we were together. We We didn't do that, but we produced two amazing children, Rosie and Brandon. They are just absolutely mind-bogglingly brilliant, beautiful souls. So Sue and I, even though we couldn't live together, we are great friends, and I will support her forever. So you don't necessarily have to be with the person for it to be a success. Sometimes that initial join was what was needed just to get you through a particular place where you were. But now you're ready for the next level, and the next level is going to be great. So let's find out, Natasha. I need you to respond. So I need you to respond in relation to the militarial person that I've got connecting for you. Okay. There is a military energy around you, Natasha. Okay. There is a yes, there is. There's a military energy around you. I'm not going to miss this. Okay, I'm seeing this symbol, and this symbol is never wrong, and it's a military connection. So, someone in your family either passed in World War II, or they've an energy, a military connection they want me to acknowledge. Your son, alrighty. I need you to try and respond a little bit quicker, darling, so I can keep this energy moving. They're telling me to talk about the 8th month of August, or the 8th of a month is significant. I'm seeing the number 8. Do you know what? You're the very fact that you say my son, that alone should negate your thoughts of harming yourself. That alone should negate that, because you are a magnificent person. You're a magnificent soul, but more importantly, you have a magnificent soul to be able to help and guide through this life as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I usually go for the card. Then when they're giving me a number, I always go for that number. So Natasha, wow. Okay, you're gonna love this. Here's the card that comes through. There's a guy called Ed Woolder just come on there. He's a rip-off merchant. And Natasha, do not allow that person to talk to you. Okay, he will try and rip money from you, and they're thieves. Okay, so I would definitely not go anywhere near these idiots. Okay. So don't allow these guys. They're rip-off merchants and they're thieves. So Natasha, here's the card that comes through for you. Focus on your service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. That's what I just said to you. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Told you that as well. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream and giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. So there's an idiot on here called Ed Wold, folks. Just report him to Facebook. This guy will be a thief and try and steal from you. All right. Faye, good evening. James Chalice, good evening. Lovely to see you. Wonderful. Welcome to the show. So I've got past this idiot, Ed Wood. All right. Doesn't exist anyway, obviously. So, Natasha, that's my thoughts are with you. My love is with you, and I do hope that you get everything that you need. But there's a military person around you. He's not let me go yet. He's still here. And I want you to acknowledge who that is. It's so it's a father grandfather figure, but there's a military connection I'm supposed to acknowledge. Rebecca Whelan, let's have a look at Rebecca. Everything seems to be falling apart in my life, yet I feel I'm being guided on my spiritual path. Is it normal to feel so lost and confused? Actually, you'd be so surprised at when you are getting a major boost in your spiritual life. It very often can feel something's gone seriously wrong. I refer to it as a change of guard. Okay. And that change of guard is when you have a set of guides that who've been helping you get to a certain level in your life. And once you've reached that level, they step back. Now, when they step back, there's a feeling of loneliness, abandonment, and weirdness, and it feels like things are falling apart and you're getting confused. And that is when the one set of guard, I call them change of guard. One set of guards are going out, and the other set are coming in. So in the next 3-5 days, you'll start to feel a massive change of difference, and taking you on to a new level, because that's what's going to happen. Alrighty, you're about to move up a level in your spiritual growth as a person. Um, don't be surprised if you're kind of drawn towards Zen kind of stuff. Okay, because I keep seeing like water. I keep seeing water being used as a tranquility, trees and Zen like structures. So it's balance that they're trying to bring in, Rebecca, to help you out. Don't worry about getting, I don't know, there's a temperature thing they want me to acknowledge. So don't worry about getting overheated or over the top. Um, but I'm not, first and foremost, if you have a high temperature, I'm not a doctor. Don't ever try and take the word of a psychic. Go and see a professional. Always see a professional in relation to your health. But there's something about uh, uh, rising temperature they keep recognizing, and they're telling me, they're showing me wavy lines, which means to me sleep deprivation. So up and down with your sleep. All of those symptoms always lead me towards a massive change in your spiritual development. Okay. So watch out for that. Alrighty. There's the card that comes out for you. Talk about being connected to spiritual. Look at the color of the wings, purple. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air, green grass, trees, and plants. I just told you that. Isn't that amazing? Trees and plants and flowers. Spend time outside today near Mother Nature's cradle as possible. And open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well, Rebecca. So it really is a matter of grounding. And like I said, I keep seeing trees and plants and water in a way that's balancing your energies. So it's very, very zen to me. And that's what I'm feeling. And out comes that card. Okay. Hopefully that helps you, my darling. Okay. All right. Helen Keely Dunn. Hello, Helen. Lovely to see you. Thank you. And you're all the way from Ireland. Hey, lovely to see you. Thanks very much for being here. And okay, so Natasha says thanks. Natasha, you're very, very welcome. Simon, let's have a look at Simon. Simon says, "Hi Paul, I'm going through some tough times mentally, and I would love some tips from yourself." Okay, Simon. First and foremost, the very fact that you've got the strength within you to come and talk to me about that means you're a winner. That's what that means. It means that you have every possibility of over overtaking your issues. Okay, and I know that you have made some strides to get past the issues that you're carrying. So you're gonna win anyway. Okay, so it's those people who don't do anything. They're the ones that where it's not going to work out. Now you're making every stride to get past. My advice is this. Is quite simply this: grounding is a big, big player in everybody's mental state. Grounding, okay, understanding where it is, where you are, and where you need to go. So, um, you live near a very beautiful place. I actually happen to know where Simon lives, and there's a beautiful place called Heedy, and that's not very far from you, probably walking distance, in fact. Spend some time in there, and maybe near the water, but just sort of connecting with the earth. Okay, sort of sitting on those downed trees, or just spending some time um, in nature, in that area, because the energy down in Tahiti Woods is just mind-boggling. It's amazing. Have a look around you and understand what it is that's going on. Have a look around you and realize the simplicities of life. So you're surrounded by birds, you're surrounded by woodland creatures, you're surrounded by those beautiful trees, the air, the breezes, and begin to allow the negatives within you to flow out. So imagine when you're sitting there with your back against a log, or you're sitting on a log and you got your eyes closed, and you're touching the tree trunks and you're touching Mother Earth and you're breathing in that amazing air. And as you breathe it in, let it fill your lungs and your body. But as you breathe out, imagine that you've just taken a big drag on a cigarette and you're releasing that smoke back out. And as you're releasing, all of the negatives that are in and around you are going with it. But allow them to go. Just let them go. Okay, don't give it a second thought. So as you're breathing in that air, let it fill your lungs, ground yourself, connect yourself with Mother Earth and nature. And as you breathe out, letting go of the stresses, the worries, the aches and pains, and just let them go. And don't give them a second thought. If you remember during our conversation, I said baby steps, little things at a time, little challenges, little battles, and win those little challenges, win those little battles. And sooner or later, you'll become accustomed to winning. So set yourself little challenges, achieve those little challenges, win those little battles, and you will become automated in that field of winning. Okay, you will win. You're doing everything right, Simon, because you're coming out and you're talking to people about how you feel. So you're doing everything right. Okay. But what you're not doing is you're not actually letting yourself be happy. Okay. Remember what I taught you the other day. I choose to be happy. I choose to be a win. I choose to be better than what's going on around me now. I choose. And when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling down and feeling overwhelmed, you're choosing that too. So, which do you prefer? Happiness, upbeat, and a winner, or negativity? I'm going to go with the happiness because I've met you and I know it's all around you. So go with that. Little baby steps, little things at a time to become a winner, the winner that you already are. Hopefully that helps you out, buddy. And don't forget, I'm not too far away from you, and I'm on Messenger if you need me. Simon, who's the J or G around you? Like Joseph, Joe, John, George? Who's that strong G, guttural J or G around you? I'm getting three stronger energies around you in spirit. 2 on dad's side of the family, 1 on mom's side of the family. And there's a strong J or G name here. There's also an engineer. I would see the symbols that I'm seeing is engineering. Could have been a mechanic. It could have worked with machinery. I don't know, but I feel like I'm working with my hands, and there's big machinery around me. So I would refer to him as an engineer. One of these gentlemen wants to refer to be the engineer. So one of these gentlemen crosses over with a foreign body that affects him. So, for an example, if he was a smoker or if he had been breathing in asbestos, but there's a foreign body that affects and creates the cause of his crossing. And there's a strong D name like David, David, Daniel, a strong D name to be acknowledged as well. It's important, Simon, as this is your first time here, to understand that when I hear names shouted, it doesn't necessarily mean that person's crossed over. To me, in my reference, it means who they are, who's with them, or they want me to acknowledge here in the earth plane to say hi to. That's what that means. So there's a strong D name as well to be acknowledged. They're talking about the 11th. So the 11th of a month is significant, or the 11th month of November is significant here as well, Simon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. First of all, there's the card. The message, Simon. Blessings in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. I do hope that helps you, my friend. Rebecca says, I'm coming out of a serious illness. You're well and truly out of it, girl. Remember, you are moving forward and you're getting through. Pamela says, hey, Paul, great to see you. Arkansas, United States. Would love a card for an angel. I will definitely be, if I'm pulled you, Pamela, I will do that. However, I will be doing cards at the end of the show, so please do stick around. Sue Vinikum, hello Sue. Hope you're feeling better, my darling, and I hope you're feeling stronger than I know you've been through that really tough time day before yesterday. So sending you lots of love, sending you lots of healing as well. Okay. Carleen McPeak says, hi, I've been through a very hard time in my life lately. Do you see better times ahead? Right, Carleen, absolutely do I see better times ahead. By the last 2 weeks in June, things are going to be so much better. Okay, I feel that sort of the start of June, around sort of end of May, start of June, is where things start to pick up pace. By the time you get to the last week, 2 weeks of June, you're already along a path that's going to be bringing you a lot of happiness. Once again, I have to share with you, Colleen, situations of the past. Situations of the past have no relevance to your future. They only become relevant in your future if you make them relevant in your future. Now, I'm going to share a little sort of thing that I share with a lot of people all over the world and on different TV shows and different radio shows and so on and so forth and stages. And this is not just for Carleen, but everybody else as well. So have we listen for a second. Can you remember the last time you fell over and grazed your knee? When was the last time you actually fell over and grazed your knee? So think about when it was. And then the second part of that question is, which was worse? The actual grazing of the knee or the feeling stupid? Okay, which was worse? Which one do you remember most? Feeling, I felt like an idiot or the actual grazing of the knee? Which one do you remember? I'm going to go with the fact that you're going to say feeling stupid. That's referred to as the lesson. Okay. You don't carry around with you every day the very fact that you grazed your knee and you had a few grazes and cuts in it. You don't carry that with you. That's the situation. You carry the lesson. I'm not going to fall over again because I felt like an idiot. That's the lesson. Like life, we carry the lesson forward, not the situation. But a lot of people have a habit of carrying both. So leave the situation which can no longer be changed because it's happened, past tense. That's why I say situations of the past have no relevance to the future. Okay, you cannot change what's already happened, but you can change your future by lessons learned in the past. Alrighty, and that's what's going to happen with you, Carleen. I have two ladies here with you that want to acknowledge me as either being sisters or cousins, but there are two older ladies in spirit. They're not very tall. I'm getting a pink line, so they're coming into mom's side of the family. When I see a pink line, it means maternal connection. So this is either a mother and grandmother, or a grandmother and her sister, or a mother and an aunt. But there are two ladies that stand side by side, which mean they're of the same family. One crosses over or is connected to cancer in some way, because I'm seeing the big C, which means there was a cancer connection here. And there's a sounds to me like Joey. Sounds like a Joey, Josie. There's the name like that to be shouted. It doesn't necessarily that means that's who I'm talking to, who they are, who they're with. Please say hi to. Um, you weren't happy there. Okay. I'm not sure where this fits in where in the question you're asking. I don't know, but it's not my information, so I'm gonna share it with you as I got it. You weren't happy there anyway. Okay. Make yourself happy. It's time to be happy. I'm supposed to tease you about being in and around, or something to do with chocolate for some reason. I'm supposed to tease you about it. Like chocolate. Me personally, I'll say go for it. But that's me. Um, there's new education coming in and around you, Colleen, as well. I'm seeing symbolisms that say you're going to learn new skills. So there's new, either return to a night class or a course, or something, but there's new education coming in some way that is going to kind of lift you slightly off one path onto another, but it's going to bring you towards the direction where you should have been. You kind of were set out on a path, then you were pulled right off of that path for just everyday life reasons, but it's now time to be pulling you back onto where you were supposed to be in the first place. And I'm supposed to tell you to sing again. Sing. Ah, sing. Right, they haven't given me a number as yet, so I'm going to give you the first card. The heart chakra. Love. Hand over the heart, protect the heart. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart, there you go. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It is safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart, as we stand with perfect protection and guidance. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Good evening, Pauline Hughes, and welcome to the show. Rebecca says, thank you so much. You're very, very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Kay Sequin, good evening, Kay. Good to see you. Roger is in the house and he wants to say hi to everybody. Hi, Rog. And get out there and share that show. Unfortunately, like I say, I didn't get a chance to see you guys on Saturday, but I know you guys are rock stars, so you're going to be winners every time. Loretta Lewis is in the house. Lovely, lovely Loretta Lewis. Dawn Hatham says, when you're feeling sad, it's all just so much to imagine yourself as a leaf or a blade of grass and on a flower. Anything that embraces the storm and shines away. I like that. It's cool, Dawn. Thank you so much. Colleen says, do you see anybody for me? Only you will see somebody for you, Colleen. Don't ever rely on somebody else telling you that. That's not the right direction. Only you will know. Okay? You will know. But I will tell you this, there is always somebody there, somebody out there who is your balance, who is your preferred, and that's where the name the other half comes from. There is somebody out there that's supposed to help and fulfill your soul. There is somebody there, but only you will know that. Pauline Hughes says, please can I have a reading? I'm going to be doing some cards, darling, so in a little bit, so watch out for those, Pauline. Okay, my sweetheart. Simon saying, wow, thank you. Simon, you're welcome. Honestly, you're very welcome. James Chalice says, Paul, I'm sure if I'm right in the right place at the moment, any messages for me? Jim, watch out for that, mate. There's a wee bit of a Okay, I'm seeing scales of justice around you. Okay, or scales of balance around you. There's an old saying, and I'm supposed to share this with you, and I think it's Granddad who's in spirit with you. It feels to me he wants to refer to you as son. Anyway, I know that. Um, and the energy that I'm getting is, do you remember that old saying, son? Better the devil you know. Okay, better the devil you know. You took on a lot. You took on a lot. Okay, but you are always going to be the winner. However, and it's not for any psychic medium to tell you this, it's not even for a friend or family to tell you this, but when I made the decision to sell one of my companies and come out of that particular business that I was in and go into show business full time, that's when I was at my absolute happiest. Okay. Now, I'm not saying give up all your business and go back to show business. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying only choose what you love. Okay. Only choose to do what you love, and you never have to work at it because you do it anyway. You will always give that what you love 100%. Always. So the decisions you make, my friend, decide on what brings you happiness and love, because everything else behind it, success, will come automatically. Hopefully that helps you out. You don't have to be everything for everybody. Just be good to yourself. The rest will fall into place. Um, I'm seeing February here, so I'm going to go with the second card. February's being significant here, James. I should get that. It's my birthday. Ooh, ba-bam. New partner, Jane boy. New partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people that we send into your life. You will recognize them by the sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. I'll read that again to you. So, James, a new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to the new people you send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Boom, y'all. Get in there, pal. Now, when I say partner, it doesn't necessarily mean, new wife. It could mean business partner. Mary Erickson. Sue says, I'm out of hospital. All went well. Good on you, girl. We're still going to send you loads of love anyway to make sure the healing comes through really, really strong. And I know what you're like, though. You still need to rest, young lady. Rest. Mary Erickson says, do signs from spirit mean that the same to all mediums, or are the meanings relevant only to the person they are reading for? I'm going to assume you're talking about symbolisms. Okay. But what I would say is no, because what means something to me will mean something completely different to another medium or psychic. For an example, and this is for you too. For an example, if I was to grab a letter, just to pick a letter out of a pile of mail that I've got, and I set it down and I go, read that, and you'd read it, and I would read it, you would take from that letter something that means something to you, and I would take from that letter something that means something to me. Okay, but our two meanings wouldn't be the same. So even though we're reading from the same page, so signs from spirit directly to a recipient. So if mom or dad were to come through, Mary, and try and get their message to you direct without coming through a medium, that would be a specific information from them to you and would mean something to you two guys. But if they say something to me, like if they said, oh, red roses, I will always say, oh, by the way, they're showing me red roses. To me, that means love. Okay, red roses, love. But you might say, oh, no, 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 red roses mean something completely different to me. Then I would say you're correct and I'm wrong. But I will tell you what that means to me. So different mediums. When I'm teaching students to work with spirit, I always say to them, set up a set of symbolisms that mean something very important to you and write them down. So, a white rose means birthday anniversary, red rose means love, green rose means health, and so on and so forth. Write down a list of symbolisms. And then when you're working with your guides, when you're building up this relationship with your guides, say to them, right, listen, this is what I want. I want this to mean this to mean this, and so on and so forth. And what I call it psychic shorthand. So rather than them trying to say, oh, please tell them that I love them, they just show me a red rose. So I know the psychic shorthand. They want me to say, tell them that I love them. That's what that means. So that's what the symbolisms mean. Good question, though. Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, where are we? Carlene says feeling stupid. So that's what I mean. So the feeling stupid is what's referred to as the lesson. So take the lesson with you, but not the situation. Oh, we got another one of these idiots. Okay, this Hartanuki Huki Bello. These guys are rip-off merchants. Don't touch them. All right. Now I have another Facebook user saying, "Hi, Paul," with a lovely heart. That's all I get to see. I have no idea who that is. Please go over to YouTube. Open up YouTube. In the top search bar, it'll say, in the top of it, there's a search bar. Just type in Paul Francis Medium. It'll take you straight back to this show. And when you get back to this show, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. And then every time that I come live, it'll tell you. Florence says, am I getting a new boyfriend in my future? Only if you want one, darling. Only if you want one. Okay. If you are ready for love, if you are ready to be sharing your life with another person, if you're ready to take on another person's thoughts, feelings, understandings, and work together as a future, then yes. But if you're not, then no. So really, Spirit can't live our lives for us. Spirit can put a load of guys in front of you, but if you're not feeling that connection, it won't happen. So ultimately, the choice and the will is yours. So there you go. Alrighty, so I asked the universe for this surgery, and it happened. There you go. Thank you so much. Joan is my mom. Okay, and she was very small. There you go. That's the J, and she was very small, and she's not so small now though. Trudy says today is a great day. Yes, I'll agree with you 100%. Today's always a great day. Thanks, mate. Says James. James, mate, now and always, you are very, very welcome. Kay says, Paul, is there an entity or entities in my bedroom at night? I get really weird feelings and hear all kinds of things. Kay, I love you to bits. I've known you for many, many years, but you do have an overactive imagination. Okay. Yes, you're going to have energies around you. Yes, that's factual. Okay. But they don't go out of their way to disturb your sleep. If they are going out of their way to disturb your sleep and you're reacting to it, they'll only continue to do that. But they have disturbed your sleep and got your attention, but that may not be through malice. That may be, right, if I talk to her at this time and I get her attention, she reacts. Okay, I'll do it again. So basically what they've understood is a way to get a hold of you, get through to you, you react, and they're going to continue to do that while they've got it. So it's up for you to sit up at the end of the bed and go, right, okay, enough's enough. Listen, I don't mind you being here. That's fine. However, there are rules, and here are the rules. And you lay the rules out. Now, everybody, including Kay, every single person who are watching, listen to me. First and foremost, we're coming to you live on 105.3 and 107.7 FM out of the most beautiful New Orleans on UPRN Talk Radio tonight. So, to all of the people listening live tonight on UPRN and New Orleans and beyond, a very, very good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the show. Here is a question with a supportive structure. In other words, what would you do if you came home and there was someone in your house? Come on, I'm waiting on the answer. What would you do if you came home and there was somebody in your house? Paul, am I on the right path in making my crafts, or do I need to get back on the job wheel? I'd say to you, Dawn, there's no reason why you can't do both, my darling. No reason why you can't do both. Speaking as a psychic medium, I would say do what makes you happy. Do what brings love and strength and support in your life. But we are in tough times in this world at this moment. So no reason why you can't do both and build the creative business up to a level that you can leave full-time work. So my advice is do both for the initial outlay. Jojo was sorry I'm late. Don't worry about that. Wise words is our Jimmy. No worries about that, buddy. And anytime I can help you. Kellyanne, how? Hi, Paul. Hi, Kellyanne. Lovely to see you. Paul, is there anything to do to improve your connection with spirit? Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I've put out that question. What would you do if you came home to somebody in the house? But I'm going to answer Jim's question as well. Is there anything you can do to improve your connection with spirit? Absolutely. But it's repetitive training, James. So like you would go to the gym and lift weights, get on the bikes, doing the rowing machine and blah, blah, blah. You'll do repetitive scenarios to make those muscles stronger. More meditation and more connection through meditation will build that connection to spirit. But it's not just a matter of opening of getting to meditating, opening up, and connecting to spirit, because you need to do it safely. Hence my book, The Safe Way. Okay. So there is a sequence of meditation and prayer and connection that'll help you build your connection with spirit. But unless you've been trained, unless you've been taught how to do it, it's an area that I say don't mess with. Okay. Because yes, you can open up, but you don't know who you're letting through. So unless you've been taught, sat in a circle and done properly, I always say don't mess with it. Okay. It's like me climbing on board a big super ship liner and going, well, I know how to steer it. I don't mean diddly. I can steer the ship, but how do I stop it, start it, move it sideways, bring it into dock, bring it to the other side of the world if I don't know navigation? So only do something that you've been trained to do, and you have backup, and you know what you're doing when you're doing it. So I call it, it's like training the psychic muscle. That's what I refer to it as. But once you've been taught how to train and do it safely, no problem at all. Just repetitive training. So let's go all the way down here and see if you guys have answered my question. Freak out and run out. Tina Allen, blessings to you too. Welcome to the show. Assume it was the spirits, is Trudy. Someone in my house had run out screaming, scream and run. Everybody's screaming and running. Someone in my house poo myself, says Lindsay. Silver Ladies joined us. Welcome, my darling. Right. The answer being is you do something about it. Okay. So you do something about it. So you would ask, you would confront said person and go, the hell are you doing in my house? Leave, or I will call the police. So that would, and I mean, there are multiples of other options, of course, but we're going to go with the nice ones because we're on my show. And I'm running out of time, by the way, so I need to get on with it. So basically, you would confront them. So you basically step up to the plate, you sit at the end of your bed, okay, and you say, right, okay, guys, I understand you're here. That's fine. No problem at all. However, here are the rules. You will do this, you will do that, and you will not do this. Should you break those rules, then I will make you leave. It is that simple. And you have to be that focused. Okay. Not going, well, I might be, that ain't going to work. Okay. You must tell them what the rules are and they cannot break them. End of story. And it really, really, really is that easy. Okay. You've got my book, The Safe Way, haven't you? So it's all in there how to deal with it. Some of my run. Oh goodness, lovely to see you. Call ups and grab my boom boom. Says Tina. Watch TV together and have a chat, says Trudy. There are times I worry about my darling Trudy. There are times I worry. Anyway, so some great questions there tonight. I'm just trying to get a bead on what time it is. So we started at 8 p.m. and I've got you for 90 minutes. So I've got about 15 minutes left. Okay, I hope they don't get pissed at me tonight. Only you get pissed. What has spirit got over you guys? Let's just think about this. What has spirit got over you? Fear. That's it. Fear. Okay. Once you've established that that's all they have over you, that's it. That's it. Fear. Eliminate fear. You're in charge. Okay. But when energies who come to talk to you, sometimes the energies are connected to the property. Okay. And they want to know, they would just want to talk to you. But if you lay out the outline to say, hey guys, listen, understand you're here, then that's fine. However, you will not break these rules. Here's the way it works. If you want to talk to me, that's fine. You're going to do it at these times and not before, and definitely not after. And be that specific. Okay. Pamela Gray says, why fear spirit? It's easy to say why fear spirit when you're not afraid of spirit. But if you are, you gotta think of you got to think about the person you're dealing with, Pamela. You educate them by showing them how to deal with stuff. You can't just turn around and say, don't be afraid of spirit. And my parents used to say to me, there's no such thing as ghosts. Oh, don't worry about it. There's no such thing as ghosts. I've even said it to my own kids. There's no such thing as ghosts. Don't worry. And then had to sit them down and tell them different. There we go. So, but when I sat them down and I explained to them the difference between ghosts and spirits and what they can and what they can't do and how they deal with them, all the kids are fine. So, I think the spirit's gone out of here, says Tina. I'd be far more comfortable with spirit than a living person. Dead don't do any harm. As Pauline, my grandmom, used to say to me, she used to say to me, son, it's not dead you want to be afraid of, it's the living. That's what my grandmother used to say, those very words. Now, a little bit of an update on what's going on with yours truly. As you know, I'm back Thursday night at 9 p.m. UK time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. I was supposed to be doing some seminars on meeting your guides. Now, quite a few people said to me they want to be a part of the seminar. And they wanted to listen. I really want to be a part of the seminar. Can you tell me when it's on? Blah blah blah. So I'd given out a couple of dates of when we were going to do it, and then a few personal things happened, and I had to shift the dates. So I don't have the dates yet. However, if I'm 100% honest with you guys, I know I've got quite a few people who want to do the seminar, but I don't have a link to those who said I want to do it. So what I need you to do, I need you to email me, okay? And you can follow the email or the website link that's going across the bottom. In fact, hang on a second. I've got my email. There you go. And you see Paul at paulfrancis111.com. So going along the bottom there, it says Paul at paulfrancis111.com. Email me and say who you are and that you want to be on the seminar for Meet Your Guides, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to collate all of the people together. Once I've got 10, by the way, that's it. There's only going to be 10 allowed to go in the seminar. Just 10. Not 11, not 50, 10. Okay? So make sure that you contacted me ASAP, like in the next sort of 2 days, email me and say, Paul, I want to be on this seminar to meet your guides. And once I've got 10 in the book, boom, it's closed. Alrighty. As soon as I get those 10 in the book, I will work with the 10 and we will come up to with a date that will be right. Okay, we're going to do this day and at this time, and this seminar will happen. So if you want to be on that seminar, you need to contact me within the next 2 days. Okay. Roger says, I would say, who the hell are you? What are you doing in my house? Exactly correct. And rightly so. So, Paul, are you doing any shows in Cornwall in the next few weeks? I'm not, James. I'm not doing any shows at all for at least a couple of months. And then we're going to be looking at some warm-up shows. We're going to be looking at some, maybe like a mini tour, which is going to be some dates here in the UK and some dates in Ireland. And then that's a warm-up to the big tour in America. And the dates are not in yet, but I know we're working towards them. So, and in the middle of that, I'm supposed to go on holiday, but let's see how that goes. So, so the seminar on Meet Your Guides. That's going to be happening very, very shortly. Also, we're putting together the new team now for the ghost hunting. So we got Trudy down here as part of the team. And Simon, I was talking to the other day, he wants to be on the team as well. So we get a few people here in the Southwest. If you want to be on the Paraghost ghost hunting team, contact myself again, same email, and we will then work up of how we're going to get together and make this all happen. Already. Have you ever met an angel, and do you know when you do? Well, first and foremost, there are many, many angels who look just like people, and you won't be able to tell the difference. So there's a great many angels out there who do that. I work with angels. I call the angels in before I work, and they help me to link and help me to deal with protection. They help me to deal with connections. They help me to deal with the understanding and the celebration of information between spirit and here. So I work very, very closely with them on a regular basis as well. So I've got a team of spirit guides and I've got a team of angels that I call in and work with. So have I met them in real life? I believe I have. Yes, I do believe I have. I just remember them being very. The true word of it would be understanding. That's probably about the right word. They were just very understanding. Okay. And very just, don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. So Pauline just said, sorry to hear about your daughter. Hope she's fine, safe, and well soon. Who's that directed to? I must have missed a message there. Okay, I must have missed a message there. Whoever's daughter's missing, call upon the angels to help there as well. They will definitely help. So listen, guys, I'm running out of time here. So if you got any more questions, then fire them to me. Then I will do my best to help you with the answers to those questions. If you've got any information about wanting to join on the seminar, let me know. If you want to join in the Paraghost, the team here in the Southwest, then let me know, and let's get on with doing that. All right. I got a lot of people trying to text me for some reason. Please don't text me while I'm working because I can't answer. I'm working. I'm focused here with all of the people in the show. So coming up on Wednesday night, don't forget you have my dear friend Roger and his beautiful wife Faye. Roger and Faye are here with their show Latino Psychic Visions, and that is 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think that's what it is. And that's on Wednesday. Then I'm back on Thursday night. And in UK, it'll be 9 p.m. And in Eastern Time, it'll be 4 p.m. So Carlene says, do you see my brother? Is he a piece? If I can only see your brother, Carlene, if he shows himself to me. If he doesn't, I can't. They'll only let me know that they're around you. What's your brother's name, by the way? Catherine McMillan. Hello, Catherine. Hi. Gosh. I was thinking about you yesterday, weirdly enough, and here you turn up today. Do you have a set of specific questions you ask spirits to answer when you are doing readings? Um, Kind of, not necessarily a set of specific questions per se, but more of a request of a specific amount of informations. So, I require them to when spirit comes through to me, first thing I do is I have a symbol that's a family tree. If they pull me left, they want me to talk about mom's side of the family. If they pull me right, dad's. If they show me a pink line, they want me to talk about maternal connection. So it's a mother, grandmother figure. I will then ask them to put themselves on that family tree. Okay. I will constantly, from the very moment that they come in contact me, will be saying, who are you? How are you connected to this person? And what is your message? So those are the three that float constantly. But my guides deal with them on that side as well. So my guides kind of interact with them. If you want to imagine my guide as being the receptionist, okay. So my guide meet them. They say to them, right, hi, who are you? Who are you connected to? And what's your message? Okay. And then they say, here's how you talk to Paul. Okay. And if they can't talk to me in the way that I want, then my guides will do it for them. But in relation to the questions per se, it really is, who are you? Why are you here? Who you want to talk to? Okay, what's your message? So it's basically like that. Okay. And I won't allow them to give me flim flam. I won't allow them to give me like bits. I will say to them quite straight, that's not good enough. Okay, I need more. Or the person's not taking this on board. Give me more. If you're not giving me more, I'm just going to cut you off. And I am that harsh. Right. Then your brother, I mentioned earlier, Sir Colleen says, my brother's Darren. And I said, there's a D, strong D name. That means he was letting himself know that he was around. So I can tell you here and now, Colleen, that when they come through to me, especially if they give me their initials or their names or tell me that they're around, they are absolutely fine. Totally 100% fine. Alrighty. Any spirit energy that comes through to me is 100% fine. It doesn't matter how they crossed, what age they crossed, if they were fully, if they lost limbs or eyesight or the ability to hear or whatever. Everything's returned in absolute order when they cross to the other side of life. Okay. Whoosh. Simon says, are all spirits good? And how do you know if you want? Okay, let me just bring it up so I can read it on the screen. Are all spirits good? And how do you know if you one personally? Let me just read that again. Bring that up. Are all spirits good? How do you know if there's one? It just feels like I'm surrounded by dark spirits at this present time. Okay. When you have it's most likely what you're surrounded by, Simon, is energy that's feeling suppressive, like feeling negative and down. Okay, energy, not necessarily dark spirits per se. Okay, so right, and the way I describe it is I call it primordial soup. Okay, so say for an example, you were working in a place. I'm trying to think of a very negative place. Say you were working in a place and where people were sick and negative and constantly ill all the time, and you went there every day, and you come home and you're tired, and you go to sleep, you don't sleep right, and you get up and you go to work again. You're there all day, and you're going through all of that stuff that they're dealing with. You're coming home. Every time you come home, you're actually dropping off and disposing a whole pile of energy in your home. Now that energy can build up and up and up to the point where it becomes, like I call it, a primordial soup. So it's very likely you're recognizing and picking up on that energy. Now that you may not have disposed of that energy in your house, it could have been there before you got there. Okay. So the best thing to do is literally clear. Okay. Do a clearing. clear the house totally of energy, and replace it with the white light of love and divine energy. Okay, so if you, a lot of people do a clearing ritual and then they move on to the next room. Wrong. Don't do that. Wrong. When you clear a room, then you need to replace what you've taken out. You've just, all you've done is made a void. Okay, so if you clear a particular room of all of the negative energy within that room, then you need to fill that room with the white light of love and divine protection. Then move on to the next room and do every single room, avenue, cupboard, wardrobe in that house that way. Okay, guys, listen, I'm coming towards the end of the show. So, what I'm going to do, I did promise that I was going to do some cards for everybody. So, stick around. Catherine says, thanks for the show. Got to run. Catherine, catch up again soon. Message me when you're free. Carlene says, I thought it was D earlier. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. Right. Everybody who's listening to the show tonight, just get yourselves ready. Okay. So, I want you to just listen to my voice. Okay, that's all I want you to do. Just listen to my voice. Okay? And relax back. Don't write. Don't watch the show. Close your eyes, and I'm going to bring the music up a little bit. There we go. And just breathe. So close your eyes and breathe. Of course, if you're listening to me on FM in your car, do not close your eyes. Okay? And do not attempt to close your eyes. Keep your mind focused on the road while you're driving. But if you're listening to me in your home, close your eyes and just breathe and let the music surround you like you're putting on a cloak of energy. Just let yourself go. And with every breath in, feel your body being filled with the white light of love, divine energy. And as you breathe out, just let go of any stresses, aches, pains, and worries. Just let them all flow. Filled with the white light of love and divine energy. And every breath out, falling deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Release. Release the negatives, stresses, worries, aches, and pains. Take one long, deep breath in, hold it, and release. Take another deep breath in, hold, and release. Now, this time, when you're taking your deep breath in, you'll get a number. That number will be 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Don't try and guess it. Just let the number come to you. And this will be a direct message from your angels. So as you're breathe in, a number will come to you now. Hold and release. And when that number comes to you, just put it up on the screen. So, Pauline says 2. So, what you need to do, guys, is what I've just said to you. Practice that breathing in, white light of love and divine protection, and as you breathe out, fall deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, and just let go of any stresses. Just practice that over and over and over, especially you, Simon. So you're breathing in good, strong energy, and as you're breathing out, let go of any stresses, let go of any aches and pains and worries. Just let it go, and don't give it a second thought. So Kay says 3. Faye says I'm going to have number 2. Simon says 3. Mary says 2. Facebook user says 2. Lindsay 3. Rebecca 2. Pamela, you're kind of Dawn's taking a Mickey. Helen says 1. And Silver Lady says 3 already. Oh, Pamela's got. I kept getting 4. They must mean 3. Okay. Well, actually, what could mean, Pamela? What that could mean? This is going to make you feel good. It could mean number 1 and number 3, which would make 4. Okay. So maybe you're supposed to have number 1 and number 3. So let's see how it goes. So here we go. If you are chosen number 1, Roger's got a number 1. I'm glad he's got that in there. If you were drawn to number 1, then you got this card. Ask. Okay, that little angel's on his knees and praying and asking. Ask the universe for what it is that you want. So ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is that free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we will patiently await your requests. So that is the angels telling you they're happy to help you, but you must ask. So when you want help from the angelic realm, guys, you gotta ask them and be precise and specific and know they're going to help you. If you were drawn to card number 2, then release and surrender. Check that out. I'll bring it up so it gets into. There we go. So release and surrender. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges you have held tightly gripped in your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. So basically release your stresses and worries to the angels, and they will help you. And finally, if you choose card number 3, oh my goodness, Simon, you chose card number 3. I can't believe how perfect this is. Silver Lady number 3, Lynn number 3. Let's see who else has got number 3. I know Simon did. Kay number 3 as well. So if you chose card number 3, it is cleanse. And we were just talking about that a minute ago. Cleanse that energy out of your house, cleanse yourself, and detoxify. The best place to do that, guys, is when you are out. If you cleansing your home, doing an energetic spring clean, then that's one thing. But if you're going to cleanse yourself, the best place to do it is in a woodland or a forest, or by a river or the ocean. So cleanse and detoxify with great love and respect. We ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive bodies. At your request, we will help you to develop a life-affirming way to deal with your stress, as well as ease into any sorrow and shedding your old ways. Give us your cares, worries, and concerns, and feel a beautiful grace of a newly purified body. Cleanse and detoxify. You ask, and therefore you receive. Now, the thing about it is, if you missed your cards, don't worry. You can always rewind the show back at the end. And you can always watch the show on YouTube a bit later on. And I also put up, every show is put onto my website. Okay, so www.paulfrancis111.com. I'm doing some reads now. So if you want to book a private session with me, that's fine. I'm doing all the reads over the internet, and they've been very, very successful. If you want to read, if you want to actually book a session, then email me through paul@paulfrancis111.com. we are at the end of the show, my dear friends and family. If there's anything that you guys want to ask me, though, before I go, I've still got a couple of minutes. Please then just ask away. Otherwise, I will be back on Thursday night here at 9 p.m. Don't forget, if you want to be on that seminar, please get that email to me. If you want to be on the seminar to meet your guides, then you need to get on that seminar get on that seminar. You need to get an email to me, Paul at paulfrancis111.com, saying, "Hi, Paul, I'm such and such. I want to be on your okay, there we go. I want to be on your Meet Your Guide seminar. And once I have 10 in, then we will get that sorted for you." So, Pauline used Pooks was blocked. Why is Pauline blocked? Who blocked Pauline? Unblock Pauline, please. Whoever did that. There's some called Joanne Medium. They're not. Just went to your website, says Rebecca. Thank you very much, darling. So anyway, also if you need help in relation to doing if you want to basically do some things like do clearings and stuff like that in your home, then do get a hold of my book, The Safe Way, which is available to you from a lot of big book outlets. It's also available for you on eBay, but Amazon is probably the best. But only get the deluxe version, okay, guys? If you're going to order my book and you haven't already got a copy of it, inside that book is all of the information about how to work with energy, how to clear energy, and how to deal with it. And if you're going to be getting the latest version is called the deluxe version, get yourself a copy of that, and it'll help you out no end. All right. Silver Lady, I'm not here. I'm here on Thursday, not Friday. Thursday. Okay, so I'm back here Thursday night at 9 p.m. UK time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. In between that, you'll have my dear friends Roger and Faye, who've got their show Latino Psychic Visions, and that's on Wednesday night. And then again, they will be here on Saturday as well. Okay, for this Mugs for You. I need all the help I can get. You definitely do, Trudy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Reach Across Live with Paul Francis. It's coming to you on 105.3 and 107.7 FM on the United Public Radio Network, Talk Radio, coming to you live from beautiful New Orleans. Stick around for all the other shows that are coming out, including my dear friends Michelle and Amelia on the Outer Realms. Their show is just phenomenal. We've got to try and figure out how my dear friend Pauline Hughes was blocked and get that unblocked. Figure out what's going wrong there, but I'm sure we'll get it sorted. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Don't forget, if you go out there and you get people to come in and join the show, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you get people to subscribe to the YouTube channel, 3, 4, 5 people, you could win yourselves free books, free t-shirts, free hats, free one-to-one sessions with me, and even be invited to come out as a guest on the Paranormal Investigations when we're doing those. It may be on ones when we're filming as well. But until I see you again, take care of yourselves. Don't forget, take time out of your life just for you, for nobody else, just for you. Sit against a tree, watch a brook babbling by, and take at least 15 minutes a day just for you. All right? Communicate, appreciate, and then validate all the people in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. And until I see you, look after yourself. Good night, and God bless. And thank you so very much for being a part of our show. It doesn't work without you guys. Take care.